So I recently had a couple of TikToks that went viral about how I edit. So I thought I would break it down over here and just show you my editing process. So if that's something that you're interested in, then please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified on when I'll be posting next. So before we begin, if you guys are feeling lazy or you guys just want a good base, I am selling this preset that I'm using down below right now for a limited time, so definitely go ahead and grab that. But if you want to see how I made that preset and just to kind of fine-tune your editing skills, then let's begin. So this is a photo that I'm using. It is a photo that I took in Mexico, and I actually took this on the iPhone 8. So this kind of just goes to show, even if you don't have a camera, if you really know how to edit your photos, I think that you really have the ability to bring out the best in them. So today's tutorial, I'm only going to be using Lightroom. So we're going to begin by bringing that photo into Lightroom. And since we're using this photo for Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and do a 4:5 crop. I think I already cropped this photo, but I'm just going to crop it a little bit more. So that's looking pretty good with the crop. Just going to make sure that I'm centered, and yeah. So first what I do is I'm going to go ahead and play with all of the lighting settings, and I'm going to expose it a little bit more, and I know that I want this photo to be very clean and crisp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and boost up the contrast by a bit. Then I'm going to lower the highlights, and this photo was actually taken in Mexico in a cenote, so that was really cool. I think it's called Grand Cenote if you guys want to check it out. So I'm going to also lower the shadows, I'm going to up the whites, and I'm going to lower the blacks a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and play with the tone curve, and honestly the tone curve is very trial and error for me, so I honestly just play with it and see what looks good. Because the photo is kind of blue, I'll usually go ahead and also play with the blue tone curve, just to kind of even everything out, and that looks pretty good to me right now. So you can see right now is the before and after with just the lighting settings. So changing up the lighting settings is so important. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into colors, and I want this kind of to have like a little golden glow. So I'm going to go ahead and boost that yellow up, and then I'm going to turn the pinks up a little bit too. Next up, I'm going to turn the vibrance a little bit up, and I'm going to go to this color mix, and because my bikini is red, I really want that to pop, so I'm going to darken it, and then I'm going to boost the saturation. And I know for this photo that I want a very like teal kind of look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower the greens so that it looks a little bit more teal. And honestly, when I play with the colors and stuff like that, it's very trial and error kind of based. But I do kind of know at this point which colors kind of look good together and which don't, and what direction everything should go in. But honestly, that just takes practice. So I'm going to go ahead and boost that, and then I want to look a little bit tanner, so I'm going to go ahead and lower the oranges. And this is kind of weird, but what I usually do is I always desaturate the yellows. I don't know why, but I just don't love like the yellow look of my photos, and I think having the white balance at yellow is enough for me. So usually what I do is I pick out one color that I really want to bring out, and then I use the color that's opposite on the color wheel of that color. So that is the before and after that we have right now. It's looking really good. I really like it, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into effects, and I'm going to raise the texture. I'm going to make it a little bit more clear. Since this was taken on an iPhone 8, the quality back then wasn't super good. But honestly, with a little bit of editing, it can go such a long way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into geometry, and I always play with the distortion of it. It's one of my favorite tools, and I always play with the vertical. I usually use that if like you want to look a little bit taller. Then I'm going to rotate it just so everything is even, and I'm going to press the scale and zoom it in so that I don't have to recrop again. Then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Y offset and just make it a little bit shorter. Okay, so my photo is looking really good right now, especially compared to what it looked like before. But usually I like to take an extra step. I do is I'm going to go in and I use the stylus. I got this on Amazon. So I do use the paid Lightroom feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the selective edit, and then I'm just going to draw around myself really quick. And then what I'm going to do is to really make the focus of the picture about me. This is like my tool that helps me the most in just making sure that I'm the focus of the picture. So I'm going to make it darker, I'm going to lighten it a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here in effects, and I'm going to up the texture real quick. And then I'm going to go back in, and I might play with the colors a little bit, and yeah, Honestly, that looks really good to me. I don't really feel like I really have to Photoshop some stuff out. Usually I do, but today I think that it actually looks pretty good, and I like how not perfect the rocks are and stuff like that. So that is how I edited this photo. If you like this tutorial, please go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe. I will be making so many of these small little short tutorials coming soon. Fact edits that I use and not have to screenshot or anything. You can go ahead and grab my preset down below. Definitely go and check it out. I hope you guys liked the photo, and I will see you guys next time.